Prime Minister Modi is in Udupi. He will be participating in multiple programs, not just in Udupi, but later in Goa as well. So those are the visuals. So we are picking up a sea of supporters to welcome Prime Minister Modi in Udupi. He arrived in Mangaluru just about half an hour back, after which he headed to Udupi. In fact, post this, Prime Minister Modi will be unveiling world's tallest Lord Ram statue in Goa as well. So his first set of events to take place in Udupi, after which he will be headed to Goa. As you can see in those visuals, his convoy there, he is waving at supporters in Udupi. This is his first ever roadshow in Udupi, and as you can see, massive crowds there to welcome Prime Minister Modi. We'll of course be getting you all the details of Prime Minister's event and schedule throughout the day. Of course, Udupi had been gearing up to welcome Prime Minister Modi over the last few days. In fact, district authorities had heightened security measures and preparations had been undergoing. So Prime Minister's roadshow is what we are witnessing at this point. He is waving at his supporters there in Udupi. He is to visit Sri Krishna Mutt, is what we are being told. You can see a sea of saffron there, barricades of course being set up to manage crowds. This is a 20-minute procession that we are being told Prime Minister will be undertaking in Udupi, after which of course he will be headed to Goa. Let's go to Akhilesh on this. Akhilesh, of course, Prime Minister Modi's first ever roadshow in Udupi, and he's also set to attend a Gita Recital event at Udupi Krishna Mutt as well.
That's correct. In fact, it's a very big occasion as far as Udupi is concerned, because Prime Minister Narendra Modi is holding his big roadshow right now in Udupi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is there to attend various programs. He will be visiting Sri Krishna Mutt in Udupi, and he will also participate in the Laksha Kantha Gita Parayana program, which is basically a devotional gathering of more than 1 lakh participants, which also includes students, monks, scholars, and citizens from various walks of life. And they will recite the Srimad Bhagavad Gita in unison. So it's a very unique program which is going to take place shortly once Prime Minister Narendra Modi finishes his roadshow and reaches to Sri Krishna Mutt. And also he will inaugurate Suvarna Tirtha Mandapa, which is in front of the Krishna Sanctum. And he will also dedicate Kankana Kaucha, which is golden cover for the sacred Kankana Kindi. It's a sacred window through which the saint Kankana is believed to have had the divine darshan of Bhagavan Krishna, Sri Krishna Mutt. And this was established 800 years ago by Sri Madhvacharya. So it's a very important place for all the followers of that sect. So after that, once he finishes this program, he will be going to Goa, and that is also a very significant visit, because in Goa also he will be taking part in various programs, and he will also unveil a 77-feet statue of Bhagavan Sri Ram, which is also a very important event which is going to take place shortly after that.
Right, and also Akhilesh, if you can take us through the details, what does this Gita Recital or Laksha Kantha Gita involve, and how many people are expected to participate?
Laksha Kantha means 1 lakh Kantha. That means 1 lakh people are gathering there. They will recite Bhagavad Gita in unison. So this will be very, very appealing as far as the visual is concerned, and that will be that event will take place shortly. And more than 1 lakh students, monks, and scholars and citizens, they will be taking part in this Laksha Kantha Gita Parayana program. And this has been prepared very carefully. All these people have been selected who are fluent, and those who have knowledge about Bhagavad Gita, and they will be reciting a small version of Bhagavad Gita's part in unison. So that will be very important and very interesting occasion to watch. This is what Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to take part shortly once he finishes the roadshow. And as I mentioned earlier, he will also be going to the Krishna Sanctum, to this mutt. And this mutt was established around 800 years ago by Sri Madhvacharya, who is the founder of Dvait philosophy of Vedanta. So that way it's a very significant event in the sense that it sends a very strong message. Remember, a few days ago, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was in Ayodhya, where he unfurled the Dharm Dhwaj, and which was a sign of a completion of the Ram temple. Now he's going for this Bhagavad Gita program. And as I mentioned earlier, that will be after this going to Goa, where he will unveil a 77-feet statue of Bhagwan Shri Ram, which is made of bronze. So that is also a very important event.
Right, and also Akhilesh, if you can take us through what message or significance does Prime Minister's presence bring to this religious cultural event in terms of social or political symbolism?
See, this is important in the sense that, see, from north to south, what unites India is the synergy of Sanatan Dharma, connect themselves with this philosophy and this darshan of Sanatan. This is the idea behind this entire journey of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Udupi, and Goa journey is also very significant in the sense that apart from this statue, he will also be inaugurating a Ramayan theme park garden, which is developed by the mutt, and he will also be releasing a special postal stamp and a commemorative coin there, and he will also address the gathering on the occasion. So this mutt, which is there in Goa, is Shri Samaksham Gokarna Patangli Jyotham Mutt, which is also a very significant place. So as far as the Vedanta Darshan is concerned, these places have a special significance. And as I mentioned earlier, that from north to south, from east to west, all these places hold very religious significance. And PM, by visiting there, by making his presence felt there and connecting to the people, he's sending a very strong message to the people.
All right, Akhilesh, with heightened security and large crowds, we're seeing huge crowds there. Prime Minister is still on that particular road show. People are, showering him with flowers. He's waving at people. So with this security and this kind of crowd, what measures are in place to ensure safety, and how is the administration really balancing it with religious sentiments as well as public access?
See, crowd management is a big challenge for the administration there. We have seen recently that at various places, many incidents have happened. That's why the administration is taking utmost care. They have made elaborate arrangement for a foolproof security. You can see in the pictures that people are welcoming Prime Minister Narendra Modi on both sides of the road, and he's also acknowledging their presence and their support towards him. And the arrangements are there. It's a foolproof system of security by the administration, and this is to ensure that the Prime Minister's visit there is uninterrupted. There should not be any incident of any kind, and this is why this security arrangement has been made there. And this program, which is going to last for around 2 hours, after that PM Narendra Modi will be going to Goa. He will be traveling to Goa at around 3:15, and he will be visiting the Samasthan Gokarna Patangli Jyotham Mutt there. That is the 550th celebration of the mutt. So these two mutts he is visiting today. So in a sense, it's a very significant visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to both Udupi and Goa.
Right, so Prime Minister Modi now on this roadshow, travelling through these roads in Udupi before heading to Sri Krishna Mutt. Also, Akhilesh, what is the historical or religious importance of this mutt that Prime Minister will be visiting, and especially for the people there, for the local community? What does this mutt signify, and also very importantly, what does this event itself mean for people, locals and residents there?
See, it's very important to know that in Vedanta philosophy, there are two philosophies. One is Dvait philosophy and other is Advait philosophy. So Sri Madhvacharya, who established this Sri Krishna Mutt in Udupi, which was established around 800 years ago, he was the founder of Dvait philosophy of Vedanta. So this is very special place as far as the Vedanta is concerned, the Sanatana Dharma is concerned, and that's why people, local people, not only the local people, but also people across the state and from various other states also, they visit this Shri Krishna Mutt on a regular basis. And this event which is taking place right now there, after the roadshow completes, is very significant in the sense that it sends a very strong message that around 1 lakh pilgrims will be standing and they will recite the Srimad Bhagavad Gita in unison. So just imagine the scene where more than 1 lakh people are standing and they are reciting shlokas, various shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. So that also sends a very strong message. And apart from that, there is going to be, what is believed by the local people, that there is a divine darshan of Bhagavan Shri Krishna there in the Shri Krishna Mutt. So that in that way also, this place holds very important and very significance as far as the local people are concerned. And apart from that, if you talk about the Goa Mutt also, that is also a very significant place because that was the first Mutt of Gaur Saraswat Brahman Vaishnava Mutt. So that is also another darshan of the Hindutva. So that place is also in that place very significant. So one place is going to both places are the Dvait order and both belong to the Dvait philosophy of Vedanta. So both places, the Goa Mutt and also the Udupi Mutt, they are very significant as far as this visit is concerned.
Right, first Udupi Mutt and then visit to Goa Mutt as well. Also, Akhilesh, are there expectations from this visit in terms of, cultural, social, communal impact? Doesn't it signify much beyond a routine temple visit?
Very important question because we have seen how Prime Minister Narendra Modi got emotional while he was hosting this Dharma Dhwaj at the Ram Temple in Ayodhya just 2 days back. And this was a big event. And we have seen on various occasions in the past 11 years that he has been visiting right from Kedarnath to Badrinath to all the big places of religious importance. And he has been instrumental in developing those places for tourism interest. We have seen that various places have been cultivated, like we have seen in Kashi Vishwanath, there's a corridor which has been constructed. If you look at example of Mahakal in Ujjain, another Mahakal corridor has been constructed there. So all these religious places are being promoted by the Modi government in the past 11 years or so. And that's why we have seen a flux of pilgrims visiting these places in a large number. So by visiting these places, Prime Minister Narendra Modi basically tries to, put them on the map of India and also in the minds of the people, so that they can, when they plan for the next visit, they can actually go and visit these places. So in that way, PM Narendra Modi is trying to promote religious tourism, and is also making sure that once people go there, and they don't feel any kind of difficulty there, the proper arrangements are being made, these places are being developed, and he always urges people to, that they should go and visit these places. So that will promote basically religious tourism. So this visit today is also significant because if you talk about the Goa Mutt, as I mentioned about the Udupi Mutt, which was founded by Sri Madhvacharya around 800 years ago, similarly the Goa Mutt is also, was established by Jagat Guru Madhvacharya in the 13th century. So these two places which he is visiting today have very significant historical significance.
Right, Akhilesh, also given the mix of religion and politics as far as some of these visits are concerned, how do you think local residents and opposition parties, if at all, are responding to this particular event?
They always welcome it because see, for the local people, what matters most that Prime Minister, who is very popular leader, is among them. And they welcome him with both open arms. As you can see in the pictures, that there's a lot of enthusiasm among the people to welcome Prime Minister Narendra Modi. For them, it's a big event that PM is there among them, and that's why PM Narendra Modi also, he enjoys this kind of support which he receives from the people, the love and affection he gets from the people, and that's why he has this routine of holding road shows whenever he goes to such places. So from airport or from helipad, wherever he lands, and to the place of event, that road is always, there's a small road show is organized so that people can actually greet Prime Minister Modi and can actually have a kind of interaction with him. And he also, if you see on various occasions, tries to enjoy that kind of support we get from the people. And as far as the political issue is concerned, it's actually not a political visit. Today's visit to Prime Minister Modi's visit to Udupi or Goa is basically a religious visit. It has got nothing political about it. At both places, he's going to address the people, but we have been told by the sources that his speech is going to focus only on the importance of the places he's visiting. So there will not be any politics as far as this today's visit is concerned.
All right, stay on with us, Akhilesh. We also have Dushyant Sridhar with us. Mr. Sridhar, if you can take us through the significance of this visit, Prime Minister Modi in Udupi to visit the Mutt, what message does the Prime Minister's presence really bring to this religious cum cultural event in terms of social as well as political symbolism?
Namaste to all the viewers of your channel. It is, of course, a very auspicious day that the Honorable Prime Minister has chosen to be in a Divya Kshetra, which is in the Indian state. And there are two important. One is the Laksha Kantha Gita. So the current pontiff, the Acharya of the Puttige Matha of Udupi, has had an initiative where he has said that people across the world, across different communities, castes, religions, can end up writing all 700 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita and present it at the holy feet of Krishna in Udupi. So I'm told that over 1 lakh of people gathering together today in Udupi Kshetra to recite the Bhagavad Gita to conclude the year. And something significant which we will appreciate is going to be the recitation of the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where the Prime Minister is also going to join. 15th chapter of Purushottama, importance of Purushottama, the omnipresent, the Sarvagya, Krishna there. So it is indeed a moment of great pride. And the second aspect today is about inaugurating the kavacha, the armor in gold, to the window which is used to see Krishna in the kshetra. So this is something very unique about Udupi is you get to see Krishna through a window. And it's called Kanakana Kindi. And it is believed by one section of the people that over 500, 600 years back, the great poet-composer called Kanakadasa of Karnataka was not allowed into the temple, and it is believed by one section of the people that Krishna himself turned to bless the devotee, and so the darshan of that Krishna is seen through a window. And the Acharya of the Matha is going to give a beautiful golden armor to the Kanakana Kindi, and that is also going to get inaugurated by the Honorable Prime Minister.
Mr. Sridhar, thank you for giving us a perspective of what can be expected and the significance of this visit. Also, let me also go back to Deepak. Deepak is joining us from Karnataka. Deepak, if you can take us through the historical religious importance of this Mutt in itself and this particular event that Prime Minister Modi will be participating for the local community and the kind of traditions or rituals that could be observed today there.
Well, it's a very important day in the history of this Mutt, especially which runs into several centuries. At least 800 years old is what I come to understand. Now, the Prime Minister, of course, reached Mangaluru and then took a chopper towards Udupi, and you saw a huge number of supporters who gathered there to greet him. And especially whenever he visits coastal Karnataka, you see excessive support really that pours in for the Prime Minister. The BJP also enjoys overwhelming success in that region. But today, of course, is not about politics. It is about spirituality. And the Prime Minister, of course, visiting the Udupi's Sri Krishna Mutt. We were just, hearing some of them right now speak about what he's going to be participating in. Dedication of that golden kavacha to Kanakana Kindi. Now, anybody in Karnataka, of course, will be very familiar with that name. That's the small window through which they see the deity in that temple as history and folk folklore says that the Krishna turned to see his devotee there, and that's why through a small window, because he was not being allowed through the main entrance, he comes there and hopes for blessings from Sri Krishna, and because of which he turns to bless his devotee. And now through that entrance itself, people of course seek the blessings of Sri Krishna. Apart from that, the recitals of the Bhagavad Gita is going to happen. About 1 lakh people in attendance are going to together be reciting the Bhagavad Gita. The Prime Minister himself, of course, is going to be taking part in those recitals, and after that he's expected to address the gathering as well, speak about the importance of the Bhagavad Gita, about the teachings that it gives to humanity, and also of course speak about the Sri Krishna Mutt in Udupi, which he has said in the past as well is very dear to him. Now the seer of the Udupi Sri Krishna Mutt, the Pejawar Swamiji, he of course is one of the trustees of the Ayodhya Ram Mandir as well. We've seen him play a crucial role in the Ram Mandir, pujas and rituals that were carried out. He was also of course one of the main priests who was there when the temple was inaugurated in Ayodhya. So it's a very popular mutt. The seer as well is a very powerful seer in Karnataka. The Prime Minister, of course, being there for this grand ritual is just adding to the magnanimity of the entire event.
Right, and also Deepak, we are seeing Prime Minister Modi there holding that particular roadshow, sea of supporters. He's waving at all of them. So it's a warm welcome for Prime Minister of the country in Udupi. Do you think, does the Prime Minister's visit really will help bring national attention to Udupi's long-standing spiritual traditions, which many are not really aware of?
Well, the Prime Minister's visit does have its own share of, positives that comes along because, of course, if people are not aware of, a particular temple or particular rituals, and when he, partakes in that, you do see, of course, a more number of people definitely getting aware. But Udupi Mutt is something that is very popular. There are people from all walks of life, from different parts of the world, in fact, who descend to Udupi, not just for tourism, but also for the religious tourism that the place has to offer. It is a place that's very deep-rooted in its culture, in its religious ties, and the Prime Minister, of course, is going to be there taking part in the recitals of the Bhagavad Gita. The host of religious leaders are there. You also have, of course, a host of BJP leaders, including the party president, who are there. Huge number of supporters, 1 lakh devotees who are going to be reciting the Bhagavad Gita.
Right, and also Deepak, if you can take us through how the local communities are really responding to the event. Is there a sense of unity, shared celebration? Because we're seeing the excitement, we're seeing the kind of joy on our screens, while greeting Prime Minister. So take us through the kind of responses and reactions coming in from the local community and residents there.
Well, the coastal belt is a region that, like I said, the BJP enjoys a lot of, support from. Especially the locals there are somebody who've backed the BJP, quite a bit. So for the Prime Minister to be there, it just gives them so much more joy. And the Prime Minister is a person who is welcomed in different parts of the country in the same fashion, and Udupi is no different. And there as well, huge number of people coming together to show their love, to show their support. As you see him, of course, pass through the streets there while he was making his way from the airport to the helipad, and then from the helipad even to the temple. You saw a sea of saffron. And today, like I said, it's not about the BJP, it's not about the politics, it's about the religious aspect. And Udupi, of course, is known for its culture, it's known for its religious ties, and the people are deep-rooted in these. And for the Prime Minister to take part in something that the people as well so fondly, believe in. And more importantly, Udupi Mutt is the core of the Sri Krishna Mutt is the core of Udupi district. And the people, of course, anybody there revere, Sri Krishna. And today, for the Prime Minister to be a part of the recitals, to be a part of the entire ceremony, to offer his prayers there, to be a part of some of those rituals, it's going to be, of course, a big day for the people.